Greetings, children. Welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. The following video is for class 5, subject EVS Environmental Studies, lesson 7, Water, part 3. In part 1 and part 2 of this lesson, we learned about different sources of water, that is oceans, rivers, springs, wells, and ponds and reservoirs. Then we learned what are the different reservoirs present in Karnataka and in India. Then we learned about what are the different uses and properties of water. We did a small activity from page number 90 also. So let's continue. I hope you have your textbooks with you. Keep the textbooks with you while I'm reading, I'm going through the lesson. It will be easier for you. Okay. You have learned some physical characters of water. Water is a liquid substance. You will learn more about in the lesson in the nature of matter. Let us now learn about biological importance of water. What is the biological importance of water? Why is it called the why is it important, or why is it called the life liquid? What is that much? What is making it so important in our life? One thing is, organisms have enormous quantity of water in their body. Plants and animals have 70% of water in their body. Our body, that is your body or my body, we are made of 70% of water. As you can see here in the picture, you can see how much that 70% will be. That I don't think only that 70% is completely filled with water in our body. No, it does not mean like that. This water or this liquid is mixed in our body, and if you separate that liquid or you separate that water, it becomes 70% of our body. So water, as I told you, is very very essential for our life. Okay. And it is also because we need water. You cannot stay for a long time without drinking water. So 70% of your body, my body, different animals, dogs, cats, you name them, they are all made of water. Maximum amount of water is present in each of the other living bodies. Okay. Then origin of the very early life took place in water. Okay. It is believed that according to the theory of evolution means we are studying how man came into existence in earth. That is called the theory of evolution. Okay, now this theory of evolution states that the first early life took place in the water itself. Okay, first it was water animals, then only the amphibians which can live in the water as well as in the land. Those animals evolved. From those animals, the land living animals have evolved, and from those animals, we have evolved. Okay, this is the theory, this is a simple version of the theory of evolution of life on earth. Okay, that way our life itself started on this planet. For the very first life was in the water itself. Now when the small babies are also inside the mother's stomach, they have the liquid inside. Okay, they are living in a kind of a fluid inside the stomach, any babies for that matter. So that way it is very very important to us. Water is essential for biological activities for plants and animals. For plants and animals, water is required for the growth of the plants. We also need water for our growth, right? Any kind of activity of the plants and the animals are dependent on the water itself. If you don't water a plant for 10 days, it will die. Okay, if we don't drink water continuously for several number of days, we might die. We can live without eating food for number of days, but we cannot live without drinking water. Okay, not only me or you, it is any other living life which needs water, so that we are so much dependent on the water. Plants also, if you don't water the plants, they don't grow. If you don't water for a long time, they will die. Okay, water is required for the growth of plants. Green plants need water for production of the food. we are very much dependent on the green plants, isn't it, children? Now, as you have learned that green plants are the producers of our food. So those producers, only if they are not there, it will become difficult, right? It will become difficult for you and me. So those plants should be taken care of. How to take care of them? We should always water the plants. Okay. Then our elders treated the precious water as an integral part of their life. Okay, um, we are the people, or our ancestors respected water. Okay, we uh, it is in our scriptures that we have to respect. It's like the god for us, right? That way we protected the water. But in today's life, what is happening? We are not respecting the water as much as we did in the previous, as much as our ancestors did respect the water. Okay, we are treating it like it is nothing for us. Okay, we are just throwing everything, our garbage, the factory waste, all the other nonsense things, we are throwing it into the water, which is in turn polluting the water. Okay, so they say that after death, if the body must be, after burning the body must, ashes must be thrown into the Ganga river. But that ritual which was started many years back has polluted Ganga in a very bad way. Ganga gives life to many lives around it. Okay, Ganga is the name of the river in India. Okay, it is very auspicious. It's very special for Indians. So what is happening like this? Many activities that we are doing itself is polluting the water. Oh, so what is water pollution? Water is physically polluted by mud, garbage, paper, and food residuals, etc. Now we throw a lot of waste inside the water. Okay, now the water mixed with industrial chemicals, chemical fertilizers, and insecticides which have dangerous components turn the water poisonous. This in turn is polluting the water. That means it is becoming non-usable. The water, which is an integral part of our life, is becoming non-usable, or it becomes dangerous. If we use it, we will fall sick, we will have different diseases. All these are happening around us, so we should not pollute the water. Water is, we, as much as you respect the water, it will also help us in our life. This is applicable even in our life, children. If the more you respect the everybody around you, the more they will respect you back. Now if they respect you back, what happens? You are treated well, you are fed well, you can live a very good life. So whoever it is around you, it can be your friend, your sisters, your siblings, anybody, it is our responsibility to respect them. That way, if we respect our nature, if we respect the water, the air around us, which is given by the god to us. Okay, if you don't believe in god, then there is at least one power which is taking care of all these earths, right? So that power which has given us this air, water, and everything, why are we polluting them? We are the main reason for it to get polluted, right? So why are we polluting the things that we are living in, which we have to reduce, isn't it? Drinking these kind of waters may cause diseases like cholera, diarrhea, dysentery, etc. Sometimes it may even lead to death. Contaminated water extinguishes the aquatic life also. That means the fishes, or there are many kinds of animals living in the water, right? They are all killed by the pollution that we are doing to the water. Okay, so the causes of different water pollution is because of the waste thrown into the water. that all the garbage and everything that is the plastic, the covers, the water bottles, the used water bottles, these are all thrown into the water, the river, the ocean. It is thrown into these water bodies, which is polluting the water bodies. Factory waste thrown into the water. These huge factories, they generate a lot of waste, chemicals, pest, different kinds of waste, which is very harmful to the life which is living in that water. They are all just dumped inside the water without treating that water. It is poisonous, which is turning the water into many poisonous, and the animals which are living in it are dying. Drainage thrown into the water. Drainage means the waste from our houses. Okay, the dirty water from our houses are also thrown into the water, which has to be stopped. Now, the different problems that are caused by water pollution. Now, as I told you, mosquitoes, you know about the disease cholera caused by contaminated water. Mosquitoes breed on stagnant water. Mosquitoes spread malaria disease. Okay, this cholera and malaria, they're spread by these mosquitoes only. The parasite Plasmodium is present in the body of the female mosquito called Anopheles. This is a picture of the Anopheles which has blood in it. Now what happens? It will have a parasite called Plasmodium. Parasite you learned last year in the lesson, in the microbes lesson. In that Plasmodium, that Plasmodium is the microorganisms which are living in these mosquitoes. These parasites enters human blood when the mosquito bites and leads to the symptoms of fever, shivering, vomit and headache. This is called malaria. If this malaria is not treated properly, it may even cause death. So, we should not drink contaminated water. Health can be maintained properly by drinking potable water. Prepare, uh, okay. So, it is our goal to save water and not pollute the water which is already present. Okay, or we have already polluted a lot of water. At least now, if we realize and if we stop, don't think it is your parents' responsibility to stop the water pollution. It is your responsibility also. It is your responsibility to stop them from polluting the water, and you should be responsible for yourself, and you should stop polluting the water in the first place. Now, I hope you have understood this lesson. Stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself. Keep learning, children. At least read one page of your textbook every day. Thank you, children.